Okay. It should be working now, which is exciting. I hear game audio. Do I hear myself? Why do I sound so crackly? Testing. Okay, now I'm back. Now we're good. I don't know what the hell happened there. But we're live. But we're live off of my new desktop. Incredible. Okay, I need to get up and move. That took like 30 minutes. I'll be right back. I'm like sweating bullets, y'all. Did I disconnect? No? I'm fine. No frames. Okay. Sorry, the thing I used to see things disconnected. And I was like, what? What? But no, we're streaming. We're streaming and the audio sounds good. First try? I'm gonna lower the game audio just a tad. Get it? But other than that, we're good. Alright, let me get my Twitch chat up. We're streaming in multiple levels, which is exciting. Let me run an ad. Oh, I don't have to run an ad. Pre-roll is still going. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, I remember now what the other one was. It was Discord. Yeah, so I'm not streaming off of my laptop anymore. I have a proper desktop. So I'm streaming off of my TV, are you? I have no idea who you are. I got a friend request on Discord. I'm just like, what the fuck? Alright, and then we can pin this tab. Boom. I was trying to remember what the hell the third pin I had. I had Blue Sky Twitch and then a third one. I was like, what the fuck was the third one? It was Discord. I remembered. Got there. Alright. I just want... Oh, gotcha. If there's any weird things that happen in this stream, I apologize. I'm gonna do my best to make things good. But no promises. Also, this won't be a long stream today. Or at least in the morning. I might stream later, but at the very least, we got things working for the most part. I had to add a couple plugins that I didn't know I needed added, but that's fine. It's a Linux desktop, so like OBS is different on Linux, apparently. Oh, I've been told to come look at the baby. Give me a moment. Oh god. I almost tripped over the microphone wire. I of course have to take a picture. Okay, I'm back. I had to take a picture, you know? Alright, let us enter this password in. We're just grinding today, so nothing too crazy. Alright, new... Oh. Oh, I need to fix that. I need this to be A. I need this to be B. I need this to be A. I need this to be B. I need this to be B. Oh, wait, hold on. Nope. These are A. These are B. Okay. There. Sorry about that. Like I said, this is my first time doing anything off of my new desktop, so all my controlling bindings are not there. So I'm learning live. It has been very fun. I really like my new desktop. It is super fast. Not being on Windows makes everything so much faster. It's kind of crazy. The computer just turns on, like, immediately. What a concept, you know? Where's the... I need to find key. My brain is like buffering because I'm so used to looking at my laptop screen. cannot talk, man. I don't have a lisp, but man, I'm really slurring my words today. My friend from work, my best friend basically, he asked me, do I have a lisp? And I'm like, I don't have a lisp. I do slur my words when I am tired. So like early in the morning and like basically if I perform any work, I will like slowly, my voice will just slowly deteriorate into nonsense. Which is fine. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's impressive how much better the microphone works now. I don't have to like configure it. It was a pain in the butt to have to configure, but it's an Elgato Wave 3, but on Linux you don't have Elgato stuff, but it just kind of works. That is sorry, my eyes are tearing up because I'm so happy right now. So I can't read what I have to type in because my eyes are watery, and it's really actually inconvenient, body. Maybe we shouldn't do that while I'm trying to read, you know. Where's the... I love this song, by the way. This song's great. It's something you don't really get to hear too much in the... I say it every time. It's a version. It's a song you don't get to hear too much in the English version. And it's so delightful. Where's G? I get to hear it a lot because I take fucking forever to type. Or to type in the password, yeah. Gaga zoo. Gaga zoo. I don't know why that made me laugh, but where's Toll? Why are there 2 dots down here? Oh, probably because I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube. Gosh darn it, where'd I mess up? Alright, hold on. Okay. New ma... Oh, I messed up on the second one. What did I just do? Oh no! No, 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 no! Oh. Oh, I gotta delete them all now. I did not mean to do that. Well, I guess I don't have to delete it. I'm so fucking stupid. Well, let's do it again. Oh, that's so... I didn't know that's what that did. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a little flabbergasted, a little flustered today, if you couldn't tell. But it's okay. No, go back. You know, in retrospect, I'm really glad I did play the Japanese versions of Dragon Quest 1 and 2. Because I knew I was getting a new computer somewhat soon. Like whenever this computer was like gonna be available, I was purchasing it, and it became available last week, so I got it. Like, available for me, so I could, like, I had enough money, I had the savings, all that, yada yada yada. Wait. Wait, no, I won't. Go back. There we go. I went down the line too fast. Have I mentioned that I really like this song? There we go. Okay, second time's charm. Alright. Bear with me just a moment. Since the audio sounds solid. I wanted to turn... I use my AirPods to listen to the audio, like how you guys hear it. Because that's typically a good idea. At least how it sounds if I'm wearing headphones, and my AirPods are pretty good. Oh, I realized one bad thing about this setup. I can't listen to... Well, I can hear the music, but I can't listen to it too loudly. Until I figure out a better way for audio... Oh, hold on, I need to get my Dragon Quest stuff up. Retro achievements. Oh, I need to verify. Oh, I'm not logged in. No, sign in, please. Bear with me again. Like I said, every time I do something, I have to figure out how to do it again. Or I have to figure out how to do everything again. Or, like, set up all the stuff that I'm doing. There's the guide. I want the guide. Okay, let us... New group. DQ. Make it purple like it was before. And then I want Is this the map I want? No. But this is almost the map I want. World. Is this the map I like? One of these is the world map I like. This is the world map I like. Fantastic. Open image into a new tab though. I just want the image so I can zoom in. Okay. I don't remember where I am at. I'm at the I am in the top right of the map, and I need to go to the bottom left. Okay. I think. Maybe. We'll figure it out. I think that's right, because there should be a little gap between these two islands here. Yep, okay. Yeah, I know. Alright, so today we are grinding. It's going to be boring. It's going to be a boring stream. Just a heads up. We're grinding today. All we're doing is grinding. We're going to be standing in a very specific spot. We're going to be walking back and forth. And fighting enemies so that we can level up to level 30. The next few streams are just going to be us grinding. Because the end game is that tough. It legitimately just is. Also, we have to be level 30 anyway to do things. I don't know what the minimum level is in Dragon Quest II. This is only the second time I've played a version of the original Dragon Quest II. So, my memory... I'm gonna run away from enemies that we're not grinding against. My memory is a little hazy. And I apologize for that. Oh, I went too far to the right, because we have to go all the way to the bottom now. Yep. This is okay. Man, boy am I hungry. I should have ate something before I streamed. I do look forward to the MSX2 playthrough, because that one I'm gonna be like, all right, we're gonna speed that specific playthrough. We're gonna be very fast. Because there is no reason that I couldn't fast forward during that one. I don't like how the MSX games look on emulators, which is a shame, but you know, so goes. Oh god, I forgot how much this town lags. Alright, who has the key? I think it's Asa. Yes, Asa does have the key. Okay, and I also need Asa to do Tomama. So they don't get hurt. Alright, now we grind. That was shield, okay. I was like, I think that's shield. I think bomb is item. Because I want, yeah, Dobu is item. I think it's Ikazuchi is lightning. It's lightning or thunder. And for obvious reasons, I mix up the two a lot at the moment. Oh, I don't like fighting. Oh, I hate fighting these guys. Because they just tear through your HP. Yeah, that's the level. I think that's the attack I want. Damn, Silver could just knock him out in one hit, though. Alright, let's hope I did the right magical attacks. Cool. They don't award a lot of experience, too. Not awesome. Who are you talking to? I don't know if it says who you're talking to or there's no one to talk to. I probably could translate it. Well, what does it say? Sono, which is their Honi wa Daremo Inai. I think Inai means... Hold on. Oh, I got text messages. Apparently, Mr. Salem is annoyed now. I don't feel like it. Let's keep on. Let's keep grinding. I only can stream for a little bit today, in the morning at least. Not that I'm too busy, I just have to drive somewhere. I have to personally drive somewhere, so... Which is why I'm like, I might stream later, but also I gotta do things. I have to be responsible. By responsible, I mean I'm going to go buy comics because they're gonna be on sale. So what have I been up to? Well, I got a new PC. That's new from between the last two streams. I've had to get everything up and running on here, which has been a trial and a half. Not that it's been like hard, but it's like there's so much. Like it's not that I never have used a Linux operating system before, but it's more of like, this is the first time I actually own the computer that I have to do Linux on. Like at work, I've done Linux stuff before. You know, that's not crazy to me. But it's been a great learning experience at the very least. I've enjoyed it. it's having a new computer has been a delight. It's really nice not having the giant laptop in front of my face all the time. Especially right now, like, because I'm streaming, I'm like, like, I actively notice that I don't have this stupid thing in front of my face. And that's very nice. I don't know if I'll be streaming off of the TV screen forever. Probably won't. My coworker I mentioned, he's moving with his partner. And I might be able to get a desk from them during that process. He doesn't own a desk, but the roommate, our friend and his roommate, is also moving out and doesn't want the desk. So I'm like, I would like a desk. And it seems like a good desk, at least if it's, you know, for the low price of not buying a new desk. Which I'm very confident is cheaper than buying a new desk. Especially because if I buy a new desk, I'm buying like a good desk. Like, you know. And it's gonna be like sit and stand desk too. I need to heal, right? And also we need Rita to heal. There's like some whistling sound going on. Why did I? That's fine. You know what? That's okay. I thought I hit down, but I didn't. Yeah, there's like this weird. Okay, it's done. There was a whistling sound going on outside. Where is my water? So. Oh, I need to do that. This is true. Oh wait, no, I said I'm waiting. So I've been. Wait, yeah, I need to check. Something real quick. I can do the battle or start the fight first. Okay. And my copy. Okay, cool. I got an update. My copy of Sheer and the Wanderer for the Game Boy was supposed to come in, but it got updated. It was supposed to come in yesterday, but it got pushed back to Thursday, which is fine. I'm like international package. You know, I'm not counting on it getting here in a reasonable time. But I'm glad they updated it. That was nice. That they said, hey, it's, you know, coming a different day. I'm like, okay. That's okay. Thank you for telling me. I just saw, I was like, but I didn't get an update that it was delivered, so I'm not worried. That typically means someone messed up somewhere, but like at UPS or, you know, whoever's delivering it. And I'm fine with that. Very nice of them to include tracking too. I was fine with I think because I paid for shipping, they included tracking. Very excited for it. I'm slowly getting all those games. That's the third Japanese exclusive one. I have to get for me, I have to get the next one I'm going to aim to get is either the Game Boy Color, the second Game Boy game, Shigeru the Wanderer Game Boy 2, or GB2, or, oh, I thought Salem was out here. Nada's Steam Deck case is black, and I just, like, saw it poking out. I thought that was him. I was so excited. What was his name? There's also the Shigeru the Wanderer Gaiden game for the Dreamcast. That one is the one I kind of want to get next, because that one's the one that is the most expensive. Not necessarily any more difficult to get, but that one is, like, it's a full retail game. It's $60, which is not ridiculous, but it's like, I'm like, yeah, that's a niche game on a more niche console, or a relatively niche series. Like, you know, I know RPGs are decently popular in Japan, right? But, you know, Shigeru the Wanderer is not like something I hear people talk about outside of a small grouping of people. So. Yeah, I think it's just those two games in terms of the Shiren series of Mystery Dungeon games. The Game Boy 2, I don't technically have Game Boy 1 yet, it's coming. Hopefully it actually does arrive. Okay, here. But Game Boy 1, it's on the way. Game Boy 2, the Gaiden, and then Shiren the Wanderer 3 and 4, which were released in the United States. For Wii and DS, I think. Those are very easy to obtain at the moment. Hopefully they continue to be very easy to obtain. But I'm getting, or those are like not absurdly priced. Hopefully they remain that way. Oh, I need to get like a SD card. At some point I have to get an SD card so that I can be able to rip games from my Wii. It's the only, and / GameCube, I guess, also. I think I can also rip GameCube games from the Wii. I would like to do that. I'm gonna homebrew my Wii, just so I can do that. Because there's no way to do it. There is a way to rip GameCube games, but you need a very specific drive that you're not gonna find. Like, you're just not. One is not finding that drive. That disk drive. Oh, that's something I also need to check if my disk drive works. At some point, I'll have to do that. Oh, I don't even have like Twitch chat up. I'm like, what am I? Oh, I was like, what the hell is happening? This is the very first time I ever put the mouse in the top left corner. I was like, what's happening? My computer doesn't do that. And I'm like, oh, I'm on Linux. It does do that. Also, if there's any like weird quirks at the higher bit rates or the higher streaming qualities, just lower the streaming quality. I think Twitch added a 4K or a 2K streaming quality. I did not ask for it to automatically be put onto my Twitch, but I think I do have the capability to lower the stream quality, or you guys have the ability to lower the stream quality on Twitch and YouTube while you're watching, because I could do that off of my phone, so that means you should be able to do it. So please, feel free to lower the quality to at least 720p. I think on Twitch it only goes up to 720p. I think YouTube is the one that's being funky about it. Let me check. Nah, I don't feel like grabbing YouTube right now. I'll wait till I get to a fight where I can see it. If there's anyone watching on YouTube, let me know. In the meantime, while I wait till we get to a good starting spot. Okay, here we go. Hopefully I'm fast enough. Yeah, YouTube goes up to 2K. Which is crazy, because that was not the case. I think this is a very recent change. That I can stream on both Twitch and YouTube at 2K, which I don't do. There's no point in doing that. I'm playing a game that is from 86? 85? Like, it's just ridiculous. There's no need to stream high quality for such a low graphically intensive game. I mean, I want the higher quality bitrate. Oh yeah, another thing about my machine that I really like is that I can stream at a higher bitrate. Instead of 8,000 kilobytes, I can stream at 9,000 because whatever Windows doesn't stop me at 9,000. It's pretty neat. It does, for whatever reason, say unstable, which is not a true statement. It is not unstable. Heal yourself. Hopefully you don't die. Good. But yeah. Oh, I should probably, like, check that. Okay, I'm gonna run an ad and also go get, like, something to eat. I'll be right back. Okay, we should be back from... Oh, wait. Oh, no, we're not. Oh, no, we're back. Okay, cool. Cool. There we go. where did I put my snack? I got this. So we have a local Sprouts nearby. And Sprouts if you don't know, for whoever's watching, Sprouts is a food chain, or not a food chain, a grocery store chain that's typically more expensive, but they have significantly higher quality of food. They have these. This is not by them, but they have this. They sell products from this one company called Magic Spoon, which has some pretty delicious and not overly sugary, but really delicious sweet like breakfast treats. So this is a chocolate peanut butter protein treat, high protein cereal bar, which they are delicious. I very much recommend specifically the peanut butter if you can have peanut butter. The peanut butter stuff from Magic Spoon. They also have a peanut butter like traditional cereal as well. That's always fucking sold out, y'all. Drives me up a wall. Drives me up a gosh darn wall. Wait, why are there 3 dots now? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How are there 3 streams? Huh. I don't understand how that works. Okay. I have 3 dots now for OBS, not 2. I don't know how I'm accomplishing that. Does the game sound weird now? No? I'm alright. Fuck it. We roll. Oh. Tell you what though, I do have to drink water. That does dry my mouth out. Oh god, they're both of us dead. Oh god, almost all of us are dead. We need to heal. What the fuck am I doing, man? Yo, we're 19 days away from college football, from Thursday the 27th of 2026. I am absurdly excited for college football to be back, let me tell you. Yeah, now that I'm like, not to get too deep into my personal life, but, for those who don't know, I am a polyamorous individual, and I've previously exited a relationship with somebody, currently known as my only partner, at the moment, but what I would do is spend half of my time at one partner's house, half my time at my other partner's house, and half of my time, well, now my ex-partner's house, and half my time here. But that was predominantly on the weekends and during the college football season. Largely what I would do is be at her place and watch college football. Like, a lot of the fall portion of the year was dominated by college football. Which was fine, but also, it is nice not having to... That was a stressor, and I'm just sitting here going, it's really nice to not have to stress out about, you know, watching my favorite sport at some... You know, I don't have to go to someone else's house every weekend to watch my favorite sport. You know, it's really nice. I'm very happy about that. Oh, this is an ugly combination. Right. But yeah. Oh, at 10 o'clock today though. Your Japanese soccer started back up, which is nice. I watched the game when I woke up. Tokyo FC, I think, is gonna lose. Unfortunately for them. No, Tokyo FC is not a team I picked. The team I picked was based off who had the Whalmer logo for the Pokemon 30th. They're in Japanese League 2, which means, or J League 2, which means I don't get to watch their games. Unfortunately. I think next time we have to heal, we should swap. I'm probably not logged in. I probably have to log in. I couldn't see the screen. It didn't view it. Anyways, features. Yeah, so FC Tokyo was dominating this game in the first 25 minutes. And then they got a red card, which the announcer was like, that is a deserved red card. I watched it and I'm like, he hit the ball and then his leg hits, and then his, foot, because he's aiming for the ball with his foot and the ball is bouncing in the air, he hits the ball first, which he's supposed to do on a tackle, and then he hits the other player. And I'm like, I don't think that's red card worthy. I don't even think it's a card. I mean, because he's doing what he's supposed to do. I'm gonna go back and heal. I'm like, I don't know how you can card him for, that, but it totally changed like the whole momentum of the game, and Machida Zelvia scored 5 goals. FC Tokyo's got a good squad. They're going to do just fine. They had an unfortunate red card very early on in the game, 25 minutes in, which sucks for them. I wasn't happy with it. I stopped watching because I was like, well, this game's kind of done. Such an early red card, and I do not believe it was necessary. Hold on. I want to add J League. Favorites. Favorite. Yeah, the team I like is in J League 2. And they don't play till tomorrow. Iwaki FC. No, not Iwaki FC. Excuse me. The team above Iwaki FC. FC Imabari. They had the Whale Ward, and I liked that. That's literally the only reason. I mean, it's like, I'll root for FC Tokyo, I guess, because, like, I went to Tokyo. That's the first place I went to. But, like, I don't have affinity to any teams. I'm like, I'll let the Pokemon decide it. They're playing Iwaki FC. Or Iwaki FC. That's why I remember Iwaki FC. They moved up. They were League 3, now they're League 2. Which is pretty cool, in my opinion. So I'm rooting for a team that's make it. I need to go to the inn. We should go to the inn. That'd be a good idea. Because Asa needs to be able to do that. I'm very excited for today, man. I get to see, one match starts after, oh, yeah. I get to see so many soccer clubs. At the national level, they start today. The FA Cup, or the EFL Cup, I think that's today. I think this is an EFL Cup match. Yeah, EFL Cup. Wrexham lost their first EFL Cup match. And I was like, damn, man, that fucking blows. No, that's what I wanted. Which is a shame. Man, last night, dude, I don't know what the hell happened these last 4 out of 3 games, man, or 3 out of 4 games, but Racing Louisville, man, they've been on fire. They've won 3 of their last 4, and they have a 2-game, like they played 2 games more than those above them, but hold on, let me grab a table. That's what I want. Yeah, they're sitting at 17 points. 8th place has 23 points, but 8th place has played 16 games, while Louisville has played 18 games, which is, you know, not the greatest spot, but it's like, hey, like, they're not too far now out of it. Like, they could make a run. It's not impossible. I don't think they will, but hey, you know, you win 3 out of your last 4. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good streak, and they're playing. If they can win these next 3 games, I think they're not playing a single playoff team at the moment. Yeah, they're playing Boston, Seattle, and Chicago. 2 of these games are at home. I don't think any of those teams, at the moment, they might change after today. Boston is at 20, Seattle is at 23. They're right on the cusp. And then they play Chicago again, who's the worst team in the league. So, oh my god, man, everyone they just really want to dunk and read it. It's really rude of them. Oh no. Okay, do that again. Hopefully you can heal yourself. Or we can kill everybody. Cool. I'll take that. Good amount of experience for that fight. Like they can this month if they can win these next 3 games. You know, that would be huge. That would really put them in a great spot. Because they have an extremely difficult test, the final 5 games. They basically have to win out the final 7 matches. They have to win all of them. In order to make playoffs. And if you look at the final 4 games, they play San Diego, Angel City, Gotham, and Bay. And I want to say all those teams. Gotham is the best team in the league. Angel City is number 8. San Diego is number 4. And who was the last one? Bay. Bay FC is the last game of the year, but Bay FC is like Bay FC is the only team that's not a playoff team that they play in those final 4 games. So they have a stretch of, you know, easier, quote unquote, easier matchups for the next 3 games, like non-playoff teams. One of them is a playoff caliber team, being Seattle, but like, you know, teams that are not in the playoffs at the moment. And then they play 3 games in a row of teams who are in the playoffs. One of them is thankfully Gotham. And I say thankfully because Gotham might lock the number 1 seed by that point. and then they're like, oh, we don't want to play our players, we want to rest them, you know, or like play our backups so that we can see, you know, for substitution reasons how we need to adjust things and stuff like that. That's a very American mindset. That's the advantage of playoff system, is that the end games, while they matter, I won't get into it. Anyways, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm very excited to see what they can do. Hopefully they can knock off, if they won all these games. They're not going to win all these games. But they need to win like 5 of the next 7. They can win 5 of the next 7. Yeah? Yeah, it's going to be hot. Nada learning that the sun is a deadly laser, especially in the month of August. Oh. Let's just knock those out. Ooh. Let's stop talking about sports for a bit. Let's talk about the last couple of games I finished. I finished, Final Fantasy XIV's, the first half of Death Unto Dawn. I did that after stream last week. I basically just streamed played the whole entire first part. You know, that is not what I meant to do. I meant to do that. It was good. I will probably play the second half today or tomorrow. The second half is only 3 missions, but I'm like, it's probably going to be tomorrow. I'll explain why in a moment. The second half is only 3 missions, but, you know, they're going to be long cutscenes, and I am almost done Dirge of Cerberus. I'm on the final mission. I'm going to expect there is going to be an absurd amount of cutscenes in the final chapter, which is why I'm probably not playing Final Fantasy XIV today. I'm probably playing it tomorrow. Yeah. I'm deciding if I want to play 14 on, like, leaving. I've decided not to do the Windows version on Linux. I would play the Steam version because Proton would make it work on my computer. I already got like the desktop to actually run. Or I haven't purchased it, so I can't like fully test it. But it seems like it's going to work. I've been told on my desktop it should work. My desktop is a Steam machine. That's specifically why I know that like people have run it on the Steam machine, like the Steam version on the Steam machine, and it works. I go, okay, cool, lovely, fantastic. And since on that version, my subscription, I don't have. What am I doing? Why am I checking? Why am I even going to items? I don't know what I'm trying to accomplish here. Man, we haven't even leveled up once. That's crazy. We've been doing this for how long? I would say like 45 minutes. That's crazy. No level up from anybody. Like I know it's gonna take longer for us to level up where we're at, but we don't have to use as much resources where we're at, which is why I'm grinding here instead of inside the cave, where the enemies are slightly stronger and probably give more experience. Nope, that's not what I want. I want that. Nope, hit the wrong enemy. Gosh darn it. Oh well. But yeah, Dirge of Cerberus, I'm probably finishing that up today. I can't wait, because I'm like, this story is so freaking dumb, dude. I don't like it. I'm so over it. The game's fine, but I'm over this. I'm over Dirge. I'm over Dirge Cerberus. I get why it's not like its story just is kind of dumb. I won't go into details and spoil it at this moment in time. But it does make me go, I can't wait to move on so I can play the other parts of the compilation. Also, once I beat it, I can allow myself to play Trails of Gold Steel 4. Because I have to finish a Final Fantasy game before I go into a Trails game. That's what I've been doing, and it's been very nice. Although, like, I'm probably gonna stop doing that for a bit and focus on Final Fantasy 7, because, like, I really want to be caught up before Revelation comes out. And I have Dirge, I have Intergrade, and I have Rebirth. I'm going to replay. Oh, we gotta level up. Who leveled up, Audrey? Who leveled up? Who do you think? Silver, Asa, or Rita? Pick one. Silver? Alright, let's see. It was Asa. I'm sorry. 2 strength, 4 speed, 4 HP, and 1 MP. Alright, so this was a worthy grind. We got 1 character to level up. We still have a little bit longer before we have to stream, or we end the stream, but I can go as long as I can. I'm probably gonna go for 30 more minutes, I'd say, because then I have to get ready and, like, you know. So, yeah, Dirge, I can't wait to be done. I've been playing a little bit of Spider-Man 2. It's fun, very fun game. Like, you know, just whipping around as Spider-Man's great. I can see how the combat would be really boring if I wasn't Spider-Man. Which is, I'm playing it because I'm like, do I want to get Wolverine? And I'm like, probably not, actually, because I want to play as Spider-Man, not Wolverine. I'm gonna see, you know, it's gonna be a bit before I get Wolverine. I finished, oh, I also, yesterday, I forgot, I finished, Kirby Air Riders. It's fine. It was a B. I gave it a B. A B rating. It was good. Like, very high quality game. It was Kirby Air Riders again, and for better or for worse, it's Kirby Air Riders. It's Kirby Air Ride, but more. For better or for worse. Yeah, I think that's the best way to describe that game, honestly. If you've played Kirby Air Riders, it's just that, but more. Like, and there's one other button that you can press, which is just for your special attack, and that's it. I do think it plays better than Kirby Air Riders, at least from what I could gather from the story mode. Yeah, I beat the story mode. I have not touched any of the other modes in the game at this point. I do have to play the story mode again to get the true ending. Maybe I'll stream that, I said. I'm like, I don't want to play I'm like, I kind of just roll through this game. I'm gonna take a break, come back to it at some point. Similar with the Pokemon post-game, I'm probably gonna stream the Pokemon post-game because, like, Pokemon Legends. Oh, who leveled up? Is it Rita? It's probably Rita. Yep, Rita leveled up. 1 point of strength, 4 speed, 8 HP, 9 MP. That's a great level up for her. Take that any day of the week. Yeah, it's a pretty solid game. I loved the music. I loved how the game looks. I love how it controls. It controls really, really well. I don't love Kirby Air Riders though. Like I don't love It is better than Mario Kart World, in my opinion, but it suffers. It suffers somewhat, and I don't know how to describe what I mean by that. But it's good. Kirby Air Riders is good. I think if you wanted another, like if you had it's a perfectly acceptable Switch 2 game. And a good alternative to Mario Kart World. I think it's just as good as Mario Kart World. Yeah. I think it's just as good as Mario Kart World. Doesn't suffer the same issues as Mario Kart World does. For better or for worse. Like the reasons I would say Kirby Air Riders is the story mode aggravated me a little bit, but I'm like, these issues aren't issues if I'm playing the racing mode. These are only issues in the story mode, and even then, they're really not that big of a deal. So I think when I'm gonna probably rank it higher if I play more Kirby Air Riders, where I'm not doing the story mode. But right now it's a B. I'll probably play some more at some point. But because of that, with the exception of one game, oh, my battery's low on my controller. Boop. There we go. Just charging the iPad next to me. I was all like, that's acceptable level of battery. That was neat. Oh, I turned that setting on. I turned the setting on where it would tell me if my battery was low on my controller. That was really nice. Whoa. Oh, okay. That was weird. Oh, because it disconnected my controller. I turned off Steam, and I guess that disconnects your controller for a moment. Interesting. I'm learning new things. I'm learning new things about my computer. How are we doing on health? We're fine. That's pretty neat. Oh, I can't see YouTube chat. I don't know if YouTube chatted. No one's chatting. I really need to get it so that I have just one chat for both. I don't know how to do that yet. I haven't quite figured that out. But I will. Eventually. Oh, I need to test if my epilogue stuff will work on here. Because if I'm gonna stream like Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games, and I guess Super Nintendo games, I can stream it directly from the cartridge. I would want to see if the epilogue device would work. I won't do it for every single one. Like stuff that has saves for Game Boy games, I won't do. Or I might do. I might have it where it saves onto... I think Epilogue, you can save the game onto your computer, but you can play the game off the cartridge. If I remember correctly. That might be a feature. That would be a very useful feature. Oh, but because I finished Kirby Air Riders, I've finished with the exception of Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Mario Party Superstars, because that version, that portion of that edition is exclusively to the, like, camera that I don't own. So I didn't buy it, because I'm like, that's worthless to me. Oh, nice critical hit, Asa. I think I finished all 2025 first-party Nintendo Switch 2 games. I'm gonna double check that. Hold on. List of products. Also, if you ever wanted to look at like on a console basis, you can see what games Nintendo has made. What the hell is that noise? Oh, they're doing construction downstairs. They did say that. They did inform ahead of time. Gosh darn it. Oh, that's... Why are they doing this on a Saturday? I apologize if you can hear that. Why are they doing this on a Saturday? Like, that's awful. Why are they doing the construct... There's an... You know, my apartment complex, they're repairing an apartment downstairs. But they're doing it on Saturday. And I'm like, why? It's Saturday. Like, come on, man. I don't get why you're doing it on Saturday. Like, I get doing it during the, you know, work week when people typically aren't home. But come on, man. But anyways, in terms of first-party, physically released Nintendo games, see how I'm not including Dragon Drive? I finished the 4 Nintendo Switch 2 games that were released by Nintendo last year, at least for the stuff that they own in particular. So like, I think Bravely Default was published by Nintendo. The HTTP remaster. I can look at it in a moment. I'm trying to remember to go heal. Like, don't walk away from what you're doing. You need to go heal. Okay. Let me check how much time we have. Okay, I have a little more time. I can stream a little bit more, so we'll go back. Excuse me. Thank you. Nope, don't take a step yet. Actually, it's fine if Silver steps on it. It's specifically Asa. And it's specifically when the other 2 step. Okay, so... Yeah, they did Bravely Default. Specifically outside of Japan. They also did Hades. They were the distributors. They had no part in licensing. Okay, interesting. Or publishing. Interesting. Okay. Did not know that. That's cool. Anyways, yeah, of the 2025 games, I finished all 4 of them. First party Nintendo games. Released physically on Switch 2. It's a little bit more specific, because I don't want to... Because then Dragon Drive... Dragon Drive is the only one, the only 2025 game I didn't finish, because I did also finish Welcome Tour last year. This year, I finished Yoshi and the Mysterious Broken Star Fox, but I haven't finished Mario Kart Fever, or Pokemon Pocopia, or Splatoon Raiders. Like, I haven't finished the other 3. I finished 2 of the 5 that have been released. I'm going to try to... Ooh, Silver leveled up. Cool, everyone leveled up in this stream. 3 strength, 4 speed, 6 HP. Pretty decent level up. Pretty decent level up. Yeah, I'm going to try to get through Mario Tennis Fever this month. As much as... I'll tell you what, Mario Tennis Fever's story mode sucks. It's god-awful. The game to play, very fun. The story sucks. It's just stupid. It's like... They literally are treating me like a baby at points. Because they turn all the characters into babies. And let me tell you, I don't appreciate it. I don't like it. Splatoon Raiders, though, excellent game. probably my... I have a feeling that it's going to be like my top 3 games are Fire Emblem as number 1, Star Fox number 2, and Splatoon Raiders at number 3. Of the games that came out this year, Pragmata might be up there. That's the only like non-Switch game that probably will be up there. I just have to actually play Pragmata. I want to. I bought it. I should play it. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get through those 3 games before the end of the year. And those 3 games I just mentioned, and or the Mario Tennis, Pokopia, and then Splatoon Raiders. Going to attempt to do that, along with Fortune's Weave. I don't see myself finishing Ocarina of Time Remake or Switch Sports Resort, whatever it means to finish Switch Sports Resort. I don't know what that means yet because the game's not out. But I do aim to end at least getting Fire Emblem done. This is not counting Switch 2 editions of games. Let me look. What about... Is there any Switch 2 editions of games? Kirby and the Forgotten Land, I did. Oh, and Pokemon Legends, I did. And Metroid Prime 4. I did finish those. For the 2025 games. I didn't get... The Switch 2 editions that I bought, I finished. I did not buy yet Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. I kind of want to get those just so I have them physically. Because I have it through the, what's it called? The Nintendo Switch Online thing. Expansion pack. But like... I'm like kind of really dragging my feet on it. So I'm not like desperate for those 2 versions of the game. Or of those games. But we'll see. And it would get me to replay them. At the very least, I would love to replay Breath of the Wild. Maybe after Ocarina of Time remake. We'll see. That's a big we'll see. But I have no plans of getting the Mario Party Jamboree Switch 2 edition because it's just the Jamboree TV mode that matters for that portion. Do that one. In my opinion, that's the only from what I tell. Oh, I never got Animal Crossing New Horizons for the Switch 2. I don't think there's a reason to, for me to get it. I'm not the hugest Animal Crossing fan. I liked Animal Crossing New Horizons, but no. I did get the Switch 2 editions of Xenoblade Chronicles X and Xenoblade Chronicles, and I will be getting 2 and 3 as well, because, well, I got X, or Cross, excuse me, I got Xenoblade Cross, because I was in Japan. And I was like, well, I'm in Japan, I should get this because it's going to be cheaper here than it'll be anywhere else. And I got the Switch 2 edition of Xenoblade 1 because I'm like, top 10, top 20? I have to do this again. List of games ranked. List of games. Finished ranked. That's what I want. It is number 6. It is number 6 on the list. Xenoblade is my 6th favorite game of all time, according to the document that I made earlier this year. And I would say that's accurate. That's a very accurate. It's at least top 10. It's not top 5. It's not top 5, but it's top 10 for sure. Remarkable game. Remarkable game. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy the absolute closest to definitive version of the game I can get. Hell yeah. 100%. And I own it physically. It's a no-brainer. But yeah, I'm gonna try to finish those Switch 2 games. Don't know if I will. I will definitely finish Splatoon Raiders this year. I don't know about Pocopia. Pocopia is a longer game. Nada was playing that game for a bit. She shut her door. Can't ask her. Nada? How long did Pocopia take for you to finish? How many hours? She doesn't know. She doesn't know how many hours. Okay. This is okay, I guess. I'm very excited for Fire Emblem Fortunes Weave though. I didn't watch the direct. I just know someone has a gun, and then there's some like cool thing where you can play many of the characters or many of the routes. Or there's an easier way of playing all the routes this time. It's just, and it's in this set in the same universe or same world as Three Houses, which is not a surprise given that, you know, the goddess from the first game appeared in the trailer for the second game. So I'm like, yeah, that's pretty obvious that it at least takes place in the same world of some sort. Maybe in the future, since they have guns now. Not entirely sure. But regardless, absurdly excited. Absurdly excited. For that game. That is probably going to be my number one game of the year. This has happened every year since 2023, I think. Like, the game that releases in the second half, or that I play predominantly in the second half, becomes my favorite game of the year. 2023, it was Final Fantasy 16. God, I love Final Fantasy 16. I want to replay that game so bad. I will. When I replay it, I'm gonna first play the DLC, so I've not played it yet. I was waiting to see if they were going to do like a definitive version, so I could have like a definitive version that a DLC on disc, because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna buy that one because that's the kind of person I am. For better or for worse, that's what I do. But they haven't, so I don't think they will. I'm surprised there isn't a Switch 2 edition of that game yet. I bet you there will be by next year. Probably after Final Fantasy Revelation comes out. I don't see any reason why they would want to release 16 and on Switch 2 and screwing up the momentum they have with Final Fantasy 7/14 on Switch 2. God, Square Enix, as much as I don't like Game Gear cards, they're really going all out with Switch 2, and I'm very happy about that. I hate Game Gear cards. Although those are a little bit better now than before, apparently. So you can, apparently, you do not need to be connected to the internet to download the software if someone else has the software on their Switch 2. Which is really, really cool. Also, they're not connected to the eShop. They are specifically connected to Nintendo's download servers, which are still running from the Wii era. Like, as long as you purchase something on your Wii and that Wii is still active, you can download things off of it, which is wonderful. So I'm like, still don't like Game Key cards. Still only think they should be in existence for something like, you know, Final Fantasy VII Remake / Rebirth, which are significantly bigger in terms of their space size for than you know, I think they're like more than well over 64 gigabytes each, which is the, you know, current cartridge limit for the Switch 2. I don't see why you should be releasing games on GateKeyCard then. It doesn't make any sense. Especially when you're a JRPG company, and people who buy JRPGs do like predominantly getting them physically. Just saying. Anyways, I will say Square Enix is putting in a lot of work of getting native Switch 2 versions of their software on Switch 2, for better or for worse. Now, how good that software is, I don't know. But they are doing it, so give them props for that. They are supporting the Switch 2 far more than... And they're doing it in a really, really smart way, I think. With Final Fantasy specifically, I think they're doing it very smartly. 14 and 7. The 7 remake trilogy, and then the 14 stuff they're doing. Why did I do that? They're doing a pretty good job, I think. Do I like it what they're doing? No, but I do think financially they are making annoyingly smart decisions. Anti-consumer, but it's smart. Anti-consumer in some aspects. Like, I think the not having Switch 2 like native paths for their games is absolutely asinine for them. Like, it just makes people not want to, like, if you have a Switch 1 version, you're not gonna buy the Switch 2 version then. Like, I'm not buying a Switch 2 I am not buying the Switch 2 version of Dragon Quest XI, because why would I? That Switch 2 version is the version my Steam machine's gonna run. I'm not gonna buy it. It doesn't make sense. I should say, it doesn't make sense for someone like me. It probably makes sense for someone who didn't buy Dragon Quest before and they happen to have a Switch 2. And that's the audience that Square Enix is targeting here. They're not targeting people like me. They're not foolish. Now, if that sucker had an actual physical release, 100% would buy it. Because I can't help myself. That's a problem. I wouldn't buy it right away at launch, but I would buy it. I would definitely buy it. Oh, how are we doing on time? I think I've done the stream soon. Yeah, okay, we're at the end of the stream, dude. I'm gonna make my way back to the castle. And that will take like a few minutes to do. Wait, no. We can literally fly there. Boom. I could have streamed technically for a little bit longer, but that's okay. I should probably stop. Now's a good stopping point. Everyone leveled up once. That's good. Yeah. Sir? Thank you. Alright, hello. Enhance. And man, imagine being a kid back in the day of Japan and you had to write that down instead of taking a picture of it. Alright, let's find someone to raid, shall we? Where's the raid button? Here we are. Oh, Twitch plays Pokemon. It's doing the original Pokemon. Looks like. That's neat. Let's raid RPG Gamer. They're playing Might and Magic 6. Go show them some love. Oh god, it's so crunchy. Next time I plan to stream, I may stream later today. I'll just say, look out for maybe later today, look out for tomorrow. Most likely it'll just be next week. I'm gonna try, since I have my new computer and streaming seems to be working pretty decently so far. I'm gonna try and stream more. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll stream, like play through, like do some casual streams where I'm not really talking too much of like Mario and Splatoon and stuff. But we shall see how it goes. Anyways, thank you all so very much for watching. Please feel free to follow on Twitch. Subscribe onto Twitch if you feel so generously. I haven't made any money off of Twitch, but maybe one day. I'm not trying to, but like I just find it funny that I can, and I know I won't ever. But it's an option if you wish to watch a channel without ads and not trying to pay for Twitch Turbo. And also, all the VODs go onto the YouTube channel under the live section, and occasionally I put them in the playlists when I remember to do so. I hope you all have a most wonderful night, and as always, see you whenever. Goodbye forever. Doodles.